Alright, so today we're working on the ProMaster, the fan resistors. Alright, so today we're putting in these fan resistors on a ProMaster 2016 1500. These are genuine Mopar parts.
You can get these through O'Reilly or you can get these through Amazon. They're like 50 some bucks, 56 I think they were. Okay, so we have resistors. It's got two areas here that will clip in, and then there's a screw here, and then there's your resistor. That's what it's supposed to look like. If it doesn't look like that, you got a bad resistor. We first put our code reader underneath the dashboard of the vehicle. Mine's mounted in there permanently, but you can take them in and out. And we had a P0482 code, and that is the third fan relay resistor. Okay, so it's, if you look down in here.
But there's not really a third fan.
No.
Alright.
See here. Okay, I'm going to shine my light on this one. Can you see that? You see this one here?
Alright.
Okay, so here's the left one.
I think I have it.
You don't want to show it here? It's very, very easy to stick it right in here. Okay, and then here's the other one. See the one? So if you're looking at your engine, it's going to be the fan on the right. And we checked that the fan was not wobbly. If it's wobbly, then there's a bearing issue.
Alright, so you're saying what about the fan?
If you jiggle the fan, there could be a possible bearing issue. And it'll sound like an airplane engine. According to ProMaster's only kit.
So we went ahead and checked the fan to make sure there wasn't any wobble. Was there any wobble in the fan?
No, none at all.
Was it super tight?
Yep.
Okay, so absolutely zero play, right?
Correct.
Okay. So now what are we doing?
So now I'm going to go in here and take a, there we go. So now we have to get the correct screwdriver head to go in here and take these off. Okay, so that's what it looks like.
Alright, so here's the resistor. And this part is going to be inset into inside of the fan housing. Okay? And there's two pass-through screw holes right here, bolt holes, mounting holes. And then a bulkhead connector that just goes right to there. A connector that connects to these, and two bolt holes. Don't ask me what they are. We haven't done this, and no one on YouTube mentions what size these are. So they're probably like a 10 millimeter or something. And we'll get to that when we do that. Anyways, this is what it's supposed to look like when it's brand new, undamaged. OEM part. There you go. Alright, so it appears that there's only one screw holding that on there. Not sure if you can actually see from this position, but I'm going to hold it as steady as I can. Alright, so that's on the other side. It just looks like there's just like a little like a little positioning thing on it, like a little holder. That's it.
It's gonna be hard to get that little screw. I wonder how we're gonna get to this one.
Yeah.
This is the one we need to
gotta
take
pop.
up.
Yeah, we gotta pop them both out.
I'm wondering if it'd be easier to get underneath it and come up on that screw somehow.
I don't know.
Because you can see it, like I can see all this light in here. Look, see all that space in here? Like if we brought our hand up in here from underneath.
Oh, from underneath, yeah.
And then come up in here. I think it'd be a lot easier.
Maybe. There's no compressor holes.
Here, let me go
under there.
Here, let's get some cardboard or something and lay on it. Let me get a tarp. Let me get a tarp. Clean tarp. This is what I used. T20 star bit to get this out.
So this is what we use to get the screw out from the resistor. A T20 star bit. T20 star bit, 1/4 inch driver onto a bit driver, ratcheting bit driver. This is what the screw head looks like. There's only one of these in there. There's only one of these per resistor through one of these holes, and the other side just clips on. So this is what it looks like when it goes inside, like this. So the resistor sits inside the fan house shroud like this. You have 2 wires going in there like this. Then you have this one screw. One screw goes into this side, like that. So you only have one screw sitting in there, and it's underneath a cable and underneath a hose. This is what you'll need to remove it. A star bit, T20 star bit, 1/4 inch driver for an extension, and a bit ratchet. Like this, ratcheting bit ratchet. And someone with skinny arms. Okay, so what you have to do is first take the screw out. Take the one screw out. Then you want to remove, or you want to push and pull at the same time. Push with one finger, pull with the other finger on the wire. Use one finger to pull the tab out, and then use the wire to pull the resistor out. Okay, to pull the resistor out. Then once you get that one side, when you get the left side tab or the resistor pulled out past that tab, then you work on the right side. And I used one finger. I used this finger, my pointer finger on the left hand, to pull the wire on the back side of my finger up, raise it up, and then depress the clamp on the right side of the right side retention clip on the resistor, and remove that. And then pull the wire. I used the wire to pull the resistor out, if that makes any sense, because I can't get the resistor. Couldn't get the resistor to where is it? Right there. Okay, right there. So here's the resistor right here, and it's still connected to the 2 wires because I wasn't able to get the wires off of the resistor while it was down there. So, and then I used the wires to pull the resistor out of the housing, out of the fan shroud. All right, so what are you doing?
I'm cleaning these contacts.
On the wires?
Yeah. You see that? These little guys right here? They had like corrosion. You know, like that turquoise color?
Right.
So that's come off. Okay. And then we're going to do some bulb grease. It's
Dielectric?
Yes, here.
The lens is right here. There you go. Stand back over there. Now just push it towards the lens. Alright, so where did you get this from?
Walmart dielectric bulb grease.
Dielectric.
Yeah, dielectric.
And what does it do?
Dielectric bulb grease from Walmart.
And what are you doing?
We're going to put that in there so that it's not really tight. It will have easier.
And we're using it, right, one for lubrication of the contact points.
Yeah.
And also it removes the atmosphere around both of the connections.
Okay. That's what we're doing. So I put just a little drop in those, and then I'm gonna.
You wanna be
I need
very
the new
liberal with
resistor,
it.
huh?
Be very liberal with it.
Very liberal.
Yes, be very liberal with the
I
application.
can't. I'm a conservative. That's a joke. All right. Let me get the. Good. Bad.
All right, so my mom has the old one, which is this one, and you can see why it's bad, or at least the
It's all correct.
right. You see the ceramic coating is cracked on there, or whatever that's made out of. Maybe this internal part's ceramic, and have no idea what that other top coating is. So what we did is we put an R on here for the right hand side, and that should have been an L, but that was when we first marked it, so we can mark it to the wire. Anyways, if you look on the inside here, you can compare the contacts. And I don't know how well this is actually going to show up on camera here, but you should be able to see some
Corrosion inside of those metal areas.
right on those contact areas on the old one. Which means that atmosphere gets in there. So that's why we were putting the dielectric grease on there. And here is the new one for comparison right next to it. Right here, we'll do one on top, one on the bottom.
You see inside there? You can see the difference in color of the metal, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you can see the blue.
There we go, right
Kinda
there.
turquoisey looking.
Right. On the very top one, you can see the turquoise, and on the bottom one, you can see how the contact is shiny. So if there's corrosion in there, that means that there is atmosphere, there is a gap, there is atmosphere getting onto those contacts. And you can definitely tell anyways from right there. There's not a complete gas tight joint. So that's why you put the dielectric grease in there, is to seal all that off from the outside elements. Dielectric means no electric, so there's no electrical contact going through that grease.
Okay, so here's what it looks like. Looks like Vaseline, basically. It's pretty thick. This is thick, though. Actually, it's thicker than Vaseline. Oops, I can't. Where's that one little thing here? Let me use this to get it in there.
I like to gob it on there because when you go ahead and put the actual electrical plug on top of it, you want to make sure that squishes through the entire plastic plug to make sure it forces out all of the atmosphere.
Okay.
Here, you put some on there.
Mm-hmm.
More, just put a whole bunch on there.
Oh.
Now remember, you can always wipe this out. Whatever you don't use, you can just go ahead and wipe that out. You see how I have it packed in there? That's going to ensure that the entire electrical contact and the connector that I put in there will be completely encapsulated with that. It'll push it throughout the entire bracket. Now I'm going to put it on the other side too. See that? That is completely packed in there. Alright, now we're just going to go ahead and put the plugs in there. And when you push these two on there, just wipe up the residual. Alright, here you go. You want to pack those plugs over there?
Yeah. Okay, can you see these plugs here? Which one is the left one here? Okay, this is the left plug because I marked it previously, and then this is the right. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's separate that. Wait 1 minute.
Oh, did you want to put this resistor in first and then put the plugs in?
Yeah, because it'll be easier for me to get that screw in that one. Because they won't be in my way.
Alright, here's the screw.
I hope.
Here's the screw. And
left, right.
Here is the bit driver. Right. Left.
It's going to be going in this way, and then at sort of an angle this way.
That needs to be turned the other way, upside down. There you go. That needs to be facing you.
This way? No, this is left. This is right. This is left and right.
Yeah, so face that towards you.
This way.
This goes in to the fan.
Right, this way.
No, this goes in. The barrel, you got to put it down here so they can see it.
Okay, but I'm getting...
The barrel goes into the fan shroud, into the fan housing.
So it's going to go in this way.
Correct.
Okay.
So hold it there. It's going to go in here. Hold it right here.
Like this.
Hold it right here. Right where my finger's at. Put it right here.
I think you better put it in.
So this is going to go in this way. Pretend this is the fan right here. This right here. This is going to go into that, like this. Okay?
Yeah, let me see if I can see a light.
Good luck finding that hole down there. Where's the screw at?
In my pocket.
Alright.
I need another flashlight. Hold on. I'm going to get this flashlight. I gotta get a visual.
Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to stick your hand in right here, like this, on the side.
Here's the light.
Here's the coolant reservoir. You're going to stick your hand in on this side with the resistor, like this. Alright, so you're going to take your hand on underneath the reservoir, just like this, and push the resistor in. Here's the resistor. Push it in directly under the relay, and it will click in. There's retaining clips on both sides of the side of the resistor on the fan housing, and that's it. And then it's locked in.
And then we have to do the little screw on the right side.
Right, and then we're gonna put the little screw in on the right hand side first. Then we're gonna go ahead and reconnect the cables, and we're doing it this way so we can get the screw in without having the cables in our way.
Correct.
So do you have the screw?
Yeah, which will be much easier than before. Okay, so I have
Screw.
a screw.
And do you have the ratchet?
You have the ratchet, and I have...
Here's the ratchet.
Oh, if that'll help you.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine the way it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's good right there, yeah. There you go.
Okay, now I have to get it in the hole without
Here, I'll hold
dropping.
I can probably get the screw in there.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Since I'm on this side anyways. So here is the resistor. Resistor. I'm just guessing where it's at. That feels about right. Alright, so you're gonna have to go in at this blind when you put the screw in, but it will be a lot easier now that these cables are not in the way. It's right there on this side. And I did get that in there finger tight. Thread it in with my fingers, and now I'm just gonna go in there with the bit ratchet with the T20 and finish this off. Alright, perfect. So now we're going to put the cables on. And we want to make sure that the left side goes to the left one, the ones that we've already marked. We got to make sure to push that back underneath the radiator hose. So, let's see, which one this side is it on? This side. Okay, this side goes left.
Let's see. You see the marking paint? It's on the other one, I think.
No, it's on that one. It's just upside down. See, there's a black mark right there. See it?
Yes, twisted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so this mark goes to the left-hand side. I should probably put the right one in first because then the, what do you call it? The left one goes over top of that. Oh, shit. Is that it? Is that it? Is this it?
Can you see it on the camera?
I'm looking on the other side of it. No, is that one? That's got a mark on it too.
No, it doesn't. Only one has. This is one's dirt and one's a mark.
Well, is that the one with the mark, or is this the one with the mark right here?
That's the mark.
Are you sure? Because that looks exactly like the other one.
Let me see. Let me get it. Oh boy. Let me get my flashlight.
Okay.
Probably should have used a different color. It's the left.
And that has the mark on it?
Yeah, it has two marks
okay,
on
so
it.
Put the red one on, or the right one on first.
Oh. I don't want to go in. There it is.
Okay, click.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so when you mark these wires, make sure that you mark it
With a colored tape.
with a piece of tape or something. Yeah, a piece of tape.
Yeah,
not a marker. It's gonna look like dirt.
Yeah, the marks come off.
And marker will also come off when you're running your fingers and stuff over it. All right, so yeah, they're both in there, and I don't see any or feel any of that dielectric coming out of it.
Oh, that's on my fingers.
All right, good to go. So now what we're gonna do is make sure we got everything out of the engine bay, right? Flashlight, tools, all accounted for. We're gonna go ahead and fire up the van, clear the code, go drive it around and see if the code reappears. If it reappears, then we know that it's possibly the other resistor too as well. So we only replaced one resistor, not
The
both.
one on the right,
The driver's side resistor. And now if it pops up again, then we're gonna replace the other resistor. So I hate part swapping. But we did do a good troubleshoot. We made sure that the fan was not wobbling, make sure that the bearing was good. So we went ahead, and since it said fan number 3, we knew that fan number 3 per Kip's video on YouTube was the driver's side fan for the AC. So that's what we're doing. And if that clears it, then we're good to go. If not, we're gonna go ahead and pull that other, wait for the van to cool down, pull the other resistor, put that one in, and repeat the process. All right, hopefully this works. Peace. All right, so here's my hand. Here's the resistor right here. Here is the bit driver. This is how I'm holding it in there. You can see it's going this way, and then it's going into the screw. My arm is running underneath the coolant reservoir mounting bracket under the housing, alongside the radiator there, and like this is how I have the bit driver on there. And I am doing this one-handed while holding the camera. I'm putting back pressure on the bit and then lifting up with my thumb on the ratchet, bit ratchet, and then pulling it down with my thumb. So I'm just doing all this blind right now, and then I just let the screw fall out into my hand. Like that. See? Alright, so here's a screw. If you didn't see it when I took the first resistor out, this is what it looks like. It's a T20. It's a Torx bit. And I'm using a bit driver with a 1/4 inch socket, or whatever you want to call this, nut driver on it. But the nut driver holds the 1/4 inch bit. And yes, this does have a magnetic detent in there, magnetic pickup in there. Alright, so here's the resistor. I was able to get the screw out, and then what I did is I popped that top latch out. I used my thumb on the top part of the detent, and then I pulled out with my pointer finger. So push and pull at the same time, or push with your thumb, nail outward on the detent clip and up with your knuckle on your pointer finger on the wire, and that'll pull that top one out. And then once you get that top one out, just wiggle it, and that bottom one will come out. The bottom part of it will come out. If you look on the wires here, the top wire is the short wire, and it has a little bit of wire loom, and the one on the bottom has long wire loom on it. So you could do that, but I'm gonna put a little piece of tape on the top one so I know which one's what. So I'm gonna put a little piece of red electrical tape on that top wire loom so I know that goes to the top. All right. And to get my hand down there, I use my left hand, and I just went straight down this hole here in between the coolant reservoir and this thing. like this to get to it. And of course, all this is done blindly. Alright, so I went ahead and put a little piece of red electrical tape. You see that on that top wire loom? So I know that that goes to the top wire, goes to the top part of the resistor. And the flat tops of the resistor, that's up. So then I'm going to go ahead and pull that wire or that resistor out. And go ahead and pull that resistor out and then flip it up on the back side and then push the little tabs out to get the wires out. Alright, so here I have the resistor pulled out. I have the resistor pulled out and turned upside down or whatever. But what you want is, you see how the wires are still connected, and now you can see these two little black strips. That's where the detent for this little locking black mechanism that connects the wire to the, how this wire and the connector connects to the resistor. That little black strip inside between these two, what do you call it? In between that brown, the housing of the resistor. Alright, in order for you to get those out, I use this little spatula tool thing. I think it's like a nylon, it's made out of nylon. And what I'm going to do is reach underneath it to put back pressure on the resistor, and then I push on the inside of this tab here. And these resistors actually look good. I don't see anything burnt on them, but we're going to go ahead and swap them out anyways, because we went and tried to reread that code and it's still giving us the same code even though we cleared it out. Anyways, when you push on the spatula, you see how that the front part of that thing goes out? Just push on that. Yeah, this should come out. I think it's underneath there. I just need to pry it out. So let me push down on this again. Push down on this. And I'm going to use the back piece of this little pointer piece, to go inside here and push it out if I can. That is not working. Why is that not coming out? Oh, there it goes. Just gotta put more effort into it. Well, it should pull out now. There we go. Now it pulled out. Okay, that one was on the bottom. Do it with the other side here. There we go. Yeah, that just slid right out. Yeah, this resistor looks fine. If this doesn't work, we're just going to go ahead and replace both fan motors, because the dual fan assembly comes with the resistors and the relays in it for like $166 off of Amazon. Alright, so I went ahead and put some dielectric grease in here, packed it in there, and packed it behind that connector too as well. This is what it looks like, the dielectric grease. Oh, also called bulb grease, and you can get this over in the automotive department in Walmart, where they have the light bulbs. Going in at it from the side like this, I apply it to the little spatula and put it in over here. Alright, so what I did is I went ahead and packed it behind there and packed the entire contact on there. If you want to see what the old one looked like, here's the old one compared to the new one. The terminals look alright, much better than the driver's side one. But if you look down in here, there is some corrosion down in here. There is no breakage around the actual. Oh well, there's one crack right here. There's one crack right there. Right there. But if you look in here, there is corrosion under those. And I don't know if that's normal. I mean, I don't know if that's enough to actually cause this thing to be a failure. Here's the old one, here's the new one. Side by side. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in and reset the codes, maybe disconnect the battery, and then see if this actually fixed it, because now this will be the second resistor that we have put in on, but second resistor, but not second set of resistors. This is gonna be the one on the passenger side. Alright, so there is the back side, there's the resistor back in the hole. And everything went perfect. Make sure that you put the screw in. Make sure you put the screw in before you put the wires in. It'll make your life a lot easier. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and fire this. Clear the codes, or no, pull the battery, clear the codes. Pull the battery, let the battery reset it, clear the codes, and then go back to whatever we were doing. Lulu, are you helping mommy? Are you helping mommy?
Got it.
Just pretend like you're doing something down there still.
I am doing something. Good girl, Lulu. Thank you for helping me. I'm gonna send this to Kip. Lulu is a ProMaster mechanic. He watches Kip's ProMaster only YouTube. There we go. Good, got it. And I just need to, this one needs a lid, a little something. This is a big one that it's missing. Right, Rue, here. Okay, Lulu, let's go bye-bye. Come on. Good girl. Hi! Try to make sure we got everything going here. Just stay here, don't jump. Stay, Lulu. Stay. Oh, wait. Put a sweat box in there.
So what's it say?
You never stopped the recording.
Yeah, no, it's still going. What's it say?
Oh, 197.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
197.6? Alright, let's go for a drive.
Okay.
Alright, what's the temperature say now?
199.4.
199?
Yes, 0.4.
199.4. Alright. I always like to drive it for 2 hours to see what happens. going down to Dollar General. 60 miles an hour at temperatures holding at 204.
203, and I'm going to hold at 55. I don't want to get a ticket. 203. Plus it's cool out, so that helps.
Right, 76 degrees outside temperature, traveling at 55 miles per hour. 204 is the maximum engine temperature reached so far.
Yeah, we're at 203 right now. Holding at 203.
We haven't turned the AC on though yet.
He said it was supposed to be around 204, right?
220.
Oh.
Still at 203. Alright, so it maxed out at 204 was the highest that we've had. Sitting idle 195 or 196.5. Yeah, go ahead and turn around. And we are cruising at a constant 55 miles per hour. I'm gonna do like a wind tippy thing right here. Vlog type style. Yeah, you can flip it, make a U-turn and see, and then on our way back, turn the air conditioner on. Alright, so we've been driving it for about 30 minutes now at an average speed of 55 miles per hour. Maximum speed 58 miles per hour, AC on full blast with outside temperature of 76 to 77 degrees. The engine temperature at idle is 195.6, and with AC on full blast at an average of 55 miles per hour or 60 miles per hour, top speed of 60 miles per hour. 206.6 has been the maximum speed, maximum engine temperature. So what is the maximum temperature right now?
203.
Okay, it's dropped 3 degrees, 203. And you still have the air conditioner on, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm guessing the 206.6 temp was when the air conditioner first kicked on, the compressor. And there's no engine codes?
No.
No engine codes so far? Alright, everything seems...
1994.
What?
199.4 now.
Alright, the engine temps dropped down to 199.4. I'm going to give this a week of driving to make sure that it actually holds without throwing a code. From what Kip has told us, that even if it says, like, so it's not showing up, the engine light, check light's not showing up, but we do run the code and it does say pending on the P402. What was that code again?
P0482.
P0482, fan 3 AC. There's only 2 fans on it, so you can't have a third fan. What we understand is that the actual third fan thing means the actual speed of the fan.
204.8.
So maybe like a higher fan speed or one of the fan speeds. So anyways, back to the code thing. When you run the engine code reader and it says pending, it has to trip from
what Kip has told us. It runs, if the code sends back the same message 3 times in pending, then it'll actually throw the engine light onto the dashboard. Probably as a to reduce the amount of preventative maintenance or amount of maintenance takens for a vehicle. All right, well, I'm gonna give it a week of driving and then check back and see what's up. If it doesn't, if we have the code or the engine light comes back on, we're just gonna buy the engine or the dual fan assembly from Amazon that comes with 2 resistors and comes with 2 relays already on the fan. So you get the dual fans, you get the 2 resistors, and you get the 2 relays for $166, and that includes shipping off Amazon. All right, peace. Alright, so this is my filming arrangement. Like this is how I'm sitting. See it? Maybe this is a better view. Selfie time, my vanity. Okay. And Mom is up there in the driver's seat. Everything actually sounds pretty good back here. Here, I'm gonna hold my hand like this, like as if I'm holding it. I want to see, is my hand showing in there? Try it at a different angle, or a different hold pose. So maybe I could do maybe like this. Okay. I'm using what am I using? I'm using a Sandmark lens on my iPhone 8 Plus to do all the wide angle stuff. Or I think they call it a fisheye lens. Yeah, fisheye lens. Alright, so we've been driving the van for like, I don't know, 45 minutes now. And we're still getting the P4082 code. Fan 3 control circuit. Fan 3. Fan 3 control circuit, most likely fix, replace cooling fan motor. Fan 3 control circuit. And then C0111 pending, C010C, P08, I don't know, drive motor A, phase W, current circuit high. P0, what's that say, 8? Alpha 0, I don't know.
Primary code.
What are the codes?
P0482 pending, fan 3 control circuit, most likely fix, replace cooling fan motor. P0482 pending, fan 3 control circuit. C0111 pending, not applicable. C010C permanent, not applicable. P0 Bravo Foxtrot 0 permanent, drive motor alpha phase whiskey current sensor circuit high.
What's that one? What's that code?
P0 Bravo Foxtrot 0.
Go ahead and see if you can erase those codes, any of them.